Hey, g'day. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to another early morning yarn with StringyBark. Hey, I hope we all have a great day. I am not going to work today. Apparently we had an incident on site yesterday. Happened up around the corner. Truck and dog was coming in with some gravel and has tipped his load. Hadn't put the bins down, drove forward and he's taken out a power line. So which has blown out the tyres on all the truck. And pretty much old mate had to sit in the cab because if you work in construction, if you hit a power line with a piece of machinery, there's actually there becomes like an invisible circle around the plant that's hit the power line. It's you can get electrocuted, so you're told to stay in the cab until it's deemed safe to get out. If your cab is on fire and you have to get out, you ought to jump away like a kangaroo. You ought to keep 2 feet together and land at the same time. You are not to run away normally. So the site is completely shut, and old Cobber that was driving the truck is apparently okay. And I was pretty much asked to jump out in my machine and pretty much go home straight away, and I drove in the opposite direction, so I didn't really see it. I got a few photos when I got home last night, but so work, health and safety are on there. They've shut the site down. Got a few of the big bosses coming in, so we'll find out probably this Saturday what's happening, but I don't think they'll be going back to work probably till Monday now. But anyway, that's what happens. You get that and you grab a coffee, pull up a stump. We're going to get into it, eh? Let's kick things off right in our own backyard. So as you all know, Elon Musk's Starlink is getting pretty popular in Australia nowadays, and apparently the big wigs in Canberra are getting a little bit itchy about it. According to the ABC News reports, federal officials are secretly sweating bullets over the Starlink and how many users they have. Apparently they've got nearly 285,000 users, plus a few government departments are all hooked up to his satellites. And the telcos are lining up to partner with him for mobile coverage. And Elon Musk has privatised his business now, so you can buy some stocks on the market, but they're freaking out a little bit because mostly their national communication grid will be run by Starlink, especially if these telcos are starting to jump on with Elon and what he's doing in Australia. So typical Labor government, the political circus is in full swing. If you've been checking your Roy Hill Morgan research, One Nation has actually surged ahead in primary support in some recent polls. Can you believe it? Albanese and the ALP are still favoured to win the two-party majority, but it's got the major parties freaking out. I spoke about this the other day when the Nationals and a few other people were starting to say, let's have a vote now. I'm like, well, why? What's the point? Labor's only going to get back in again, and if anything, it would have hurt the Nationals Party. And I don't know what they're doing. The Liberal National Party coalition, I don't even think you're trying to win back the support from my fellow Australians. And I don't even think you're trying to win the support back, especially with Tony Abbott back at the helm with the Liberal Party. I believe you need to dish the Nationals, the coalition, and you need to make one with One Nation. This is the only way that we can get some serious support and get some serious seat members in our parliament, is to form One Nation and the Liberal Party. This is the only thing I believe that will take down the Labor Party. I see a lot of other people whinging about, we can give these other minor parties a go. But how long are you willing to wait? How long are you waiting for this? Because if Albanese gets voted in 18 months, 16 months time, we're all buggered, and you know that. But you're still, I don't want to get on with One Nation. What I've been saying is you need to put your own ideologies and differences aside and come together to remove the radical left, radical greens, teals, all these independent lefties from our great parliamentary system. We need to remove this disease, this radical left disease. And if this means that we all need to come together and get behind One Nation and the Liberal Party for the coalition, then this is exactly what we need to do, my fellow Australians. One Nation has 87,000 members. What other political party in Australia, even if it is a major or a minor one, has 87,000 members? Okay, you tell me that. What other major or minor Australian political party has the most support from my fellow Australians Australia-wide? It's One Nation. Angus Taylor and the opposition have even left the door open to working with One Nation to topple Labor. It's like watching a pub brawl where everyone is suddenly eyeing off the bloke they usually avoid. Now things aren't getting any cheaper. You probably saw the news about the Fair Work Commission giving the minimum wage a bump up, a much needed win from my hard-working, struggling Australians with the cost of living. But the business owners are the ones that are going to do it tough, and I even heard that when the RBA put that interest rate hike up a couple of weeks ago, in 1 week, 1,700 businesses in Australia went down the gurgler. And this is not good, my fellow Australians. And what do you bump the minimum wage up? What, you know, about $26 an hour or something? You might even get $1,004 a week. Albanese literally gave himself a $57,000 pay rise. My fellow Australians got $2. What on earth is going on here, my fellow Australians? This is not... Our wages have not even kept up with inflation, let alone and the cost of living. This is fucking Australia's going backwards. The NAB business survey showed business confidence is basically sitting on the canvas, hitting record lows, with interest rates putting the squeeze onto everyone. And if you're a first home buyer trying to get into the market, you might want to look at your own options pronto. Down in Tassie, for example, the sweet first home buyers stamp duty exemption is about to vanish on June 2030. Hey, I thought you governments were all trying to take from my older fellow Australians to help the younger generation. You brainwashed politicians have actually got no idea what you're doing, are you? You couldn't even run a you-know-what in a brothel. And all you were doing is changing the fabric of our nation. You're destroying the prosperity of our country, and you're fucking the future for me and my fellow Australians. That's all you're achieving. Yeah, that's the last little bit of news. I'm just gonna have a little bit of a yarn about one more topic here. The CCP, what on earth are you up to? Hey, you're flying fucking balloons over around in America. Apparently you're sending a rocket up, alright, that's meant to go straight up. I thought rockets that go straight up. How come this rocket is going sideways crossing the east coast of Australia and then it's all around in the Northern Territory and Western Australia? I've got no idea what that thing was, but it is not getting spoken about enough. And of course, the Chinese, it's a rocket that's launched from China. Far out, listen here. The United States has actively warned Australia, this is very recent, this has only happened yesterday, that Chinese manufactured electric vehicles operate as a mobile surveillance platforms linked to the Chinese Communist Party. This friction escalated significantly following a Pentagon blacklist. US Department of Defense officially added Chinese EV giant BYD, Australia's second most popular EV brand, to its Section 126H blacklist over alleged ties to the Chinese military. Espionage threats. Top US national security advisors have explicitly urged Australia to ban Chinese-made EV imports. They warn that Beijing can use these internet-connected smart cars to penetrate critical infrastructure, harvest data, and track drivers. Are you listening to this, my fellow Australians, or are you still caught up with the Israel and the Orange Man bad? Cyber and national security experts categorise modern EVs as roll-in listening devices because they feature advanced hardware vulnerable to external manipulation. Vehicles are equipped with cameras, microphones, and LiDAR capable of real-time observation. Smartphone infiltration. The vehicle systems can automatically scrap personal data from synced smartphones. Experts warn that during a geopolitical conflict, manufacturers could push malicious software updates. 80% of all EVs sold in Australia are manufactured in China. Banning them would critically derail local climate and emission targets. Yo, who fucking cares? You have a CCP China that can connect into people's smartphones via their smart car, penetrate local infrastructure, harvest local data, and track drivers. Is this not an issue? What, you're worried about emissions control? You have literally got the CCP government in here fucking around with our critical infrastructure. What on earth is going on here, Australia, ASIO? How are you letting this happen? The Australian Security Intelligence Organisation, the lefty un-Australian ASIO, issued directives advising federal politicians to avoid discussing sensitive or classified information while inside connected vehicles. High-profile figures, including Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke, who drives a Chinese EV, have been briefed by departments never to plug their work phones into their cars to mitigate foreign data harvesting. My fellow Australians, if this does not ring alarm bells in your brain, I don't know what will. The Chinese, the BRICS, the Belt and Road, these communist countries that were trying to destroy the West, that wanted Australia, that wanted to turn Australia into a republic, that wanted to drop the crown, these fucking communist countries are not happy. And they are up to some games, my fellow Australians, and the only people that seem to be calling it out is the mighty USA and StringyBark. So, hey, anyway, that's just a bit of a yarn today. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes, shares and comments. And thank you for giving me a platform to be a voice for our great country, to be a voice for my family and your family, and to be a great voice for our beautiful and great, strong and proud ancestors. And hey, yous all have a great rest of the day. Hey, and don't forget to head over and give Bogan Apparel a like, share and a follow, and give them all the support, my fellow Australians. We support small businesses, and hey, they're a funny group of larrikins, and I enjoy their videos. So hey, yous all have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk soon, eh? Hooroo.
Farewell to old England forever. Farewell to my rom-coms as well. Farewell to the well-known Old Bailey, where I used for to cut such a swell. Singing tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing tooralai, ooralai, singing tooralai, ooralai, adity, and we're bound for Botany Bay. There's the captain as is our commander, there's the boatswain and all the ship's crew. There's the first and the second class passengers, knows what we poor convicts go through. Singing tooralai, ooralai, adity, singing tooralai,